Hello folks, so today I briefly mentioned this before, but we're going to talk about chord extensions, or kind of my approach to playing solos and playing rhythm at the same time. Let's get started. That intro riff I played, primarily everything was A. Now, the way I'm figuring this out is you could find different positions for your A chord, and I'll start putting them up here. There's the classic A, which is A bass. There's the A bar chord, which is pretty much your E chord, all the way up. There's A in like this C formation, or just D. And then there's A again, all the way up the 12th fret. So my approach here is a lot of sliding up to the next chord, as well as tapping some chords that are like working along with it on the scale. So you could take your F sharp minor pentatonic, and that falls on your A position. Now, that's pretty much my classic riffage. And then from there, kind of the same sort of movements and run, but I'm operating at a different scale. Well, really, this is all falling into A major, if that's how you're thinking about it. And ultimately, that's kind of my guidance for it. We're only in one chord at this point. But if you want an example of when somebody's using all kinds of chord extensions for every single chord change, which hopefully is the area you want to get to, look up Little Wing, you know? That song is just full of awesome chord progressions and like movements and accents. That is your goal with this. Now, you have to memorize a couple different points of this in order to really get this concept. First of all, you need to figure out where your major scale is going to fall onto every chord position you're playing. So once again, A. My major scale is, if I'm playing A here, playing A here, or finally, back here again. Now this is going to involve a bit of memorization, or you could just kind of fiddle around. Now for example, one of the harder ones to figure out is when you're in this position. So here, that area is perfect. We just start with that 5. By that I mean the 5 on the E string. So what I'm doing, 5, 7, 9. And if you're thinking in chords, the 9th fret is the 3rd note in the scale, and therefore part of your main triad. These two notes are the same. And so is this one. So essentially what I'm doing is sliding between these main parts of the triad. And when you get here, if you know your A major scale in a bunch of positions, you'll know this is where we get into that ninth section where everything's just a full step. And basically, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 5. And then it repeats 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 5. And it just goes on, and that's really easy to like work around with your scales then. Just to have some fun. But you can use it here, and then you could get up to here. which is your A and your D position, or your C, if that's how you think about it. From there, C goes into the regular A. And I'm just going to have notes up, but ultimately this is going to be something you're going to have to work on while you go about it. This is just kind of how I'm thinking about it. So if I start regular A, my next goal is to get A here, then A there, then finally A back there again. If you're doing this in a chord progression, so A, D, you can do the same thing. Finally E. Once again, basically when you're in this position, you're at your root, next you hit your second note, then your third. And once you get here, and that works with every chord position. If you're always starting from your root, as long as it's a major chord, that is. If it's a minor chord, it's a... I hope that helps. I know this is kind of a very high-level overview, but I just wanted to talk about my approach to this system. Now, that was just A. I'm going to have like little diagrams up as I go. If you enjoyed this, please leave a comment. Let me know if you'd like to see more, or if you'd like the concept in a different context, or maybe like with a full song progression. Once again, that was just A. So I'm just playing in the key of A. Like, I'm just playing the A chord and then moving between them. And that's a cool practice to go for. See if you can go simply... It sounds really musical, it sounds really cool, and it's pretty hefty into your theory. So have fun with that. My name is Richard Durazo. If you like this, just leave a like. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you want to hear about. Otherwise, see you later.